800-232-3260. That's 800-232-3260.
Everybody's talking at me.
Chuck Wilder here, and the original Talk Back. And I want to go to my guest right now, Penny Nance. She is CEO for Concerned Women of America. Penny, hey, how you doing? Been a while since I spoke with
good
you.
afternoon, Chuck. How are you?
Just fine. You know, and originally I lined up this interview because we were going to talk about the Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and your group is sort of wondering, is President Obama just catering to special interest groups? But also, you've weighed in on the Sarah Palin stalker thing. Very interesting. We'll talk about that after we talk about the fact that Congress has now taken 2 big steps toward ending the Don't Ask, Don't Tell ban on gays and lesbians serving openly in the military. And they did a quick session yesterday. Everything's got to be done real quick, doesn't it? Unless it's
That's right. That's
unless
right.
it's checking out the oil rig.
Secretary Gates is studying the issue. That they're right now working with military personnel to find out what they think on the issue. Regardless of the fact that all of this is in the works, Congress has rushed ahead, and the House has passed a repeal of, it wasn't really even Don't Ask, Don't Tell, it's the 1993 law, because the 1993 law countered Clinton's policy. And then at the same time, almost simultaneously, the Senate Armed Services Committee also repealed the law. So one last vote, and they're almost done.
Well, I know that Nancy Pelosi hated every time she opens her mouth, Democrat California. We honor the values of our nation, and we close the door on unfairness. Isn't it amazing how these people, that whatever the majority is against, they're for, and vice versa? 59% of Americans think that the military leaders instead of Congress should be making this decision. But Penny, how many military leaders did they ask about this Don't Ask, Don't Tell?
They trampled the military leadership. The heads of every branch of services asked them to wait, and they refused to wait. And the reason they refused to wait is because come next November, they may not have the vote. And so they rushed to judgment and are really shoving this down the throats of our military folks who are defending us on 2 fronts in 2 wars. And I just think it's absolutely unconscionable.
Now, according to the report I got today, the drive to end the ban still has a long way to go. 234 to 194 House vote was an amendment to a defense spending bill that will come up for a final vote today sometime. And while the spending bill, which approves more than $700 billion in funds for military operations, enjoys wide support, some lawmakers have vowed to vote against it if the Don't Ask, Don't Tell repeal were included. Now, the interesting thing here is the Armed Services vote on the measure 16 to 12, with 1 Republican, Susan Collins of Maine, voting for it. And, Susan Collins, by the way, is the vote that they have, they're depending on to get their Supreme Court nominee, Kagan. She's going to go for that because she's apparently behind a lot of socialist things anyway, apparently. So those are my words, of course, and I throw them out all the time.
What I think is interesting about this, Chuck, is this is exactly the same tax they took a year ago to get the hate crimes bill passed. They tacked it onto defense authorization. Defense
spending, yes.
Yeah. And so it'll be the same thing, different subject. This one's actually more germane to the topic. But, what we're trying to encourage people to do is, look, what is the big rush? Why can we not wait until the military has spoken on this, until they really have taken a look at what the logistics are? The fact that we're in the middle of a war, this is really a political payoff to the gay rights organization to work to get Obama elected. And it has nothing to do with us, running a war and protecting our country, which is what the military is supposed to do. And I hate to break it to them, but the military discriminates all the time and they should. They discriminate on what your eyesight's like, what your physical limitations are. They what matters to them is whether you can serve and you can protect your country and do the job they need you to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's important, and that's what they're there for. This is not a corporate job. This is a military job, and it's very, very different.
Well, Penny, we're going to take a break. We'll continue in just a moment. And, of course, when they passed the defense spending and they added on the hate crimes bill, commonly known as the pedophile bill, it is amazing. The guy surrounds himself. I guess he's the first administration that's ever had a transgender also. So we know where he's coming from, and we're going to continue in just a moment. Penny Nance, CEO of Concerned Women of America. We're also going to be talking about Sarah Palin in just a moment.